Good afternoon, students. See, now we are going to learn about the topic relation between enthalpy and internal energy. Relation between enthalpy and internal energy. How we can relate the term enthalpy and internal energy. How we can relate the term means, listen. When the system at constant pressure. Consider one system, their pressure value is constant. When the system at constant pressure, and this one changes from initial state. Initial state we are considering H1, U1 and V1. Initial state we are telling enthalpy. This is enthalpy H1. Internal energy U1 and volume V1. So, initial state H1, U1, V1. At the same time, final state H2, U2, V2. So, you consider a system. When the system at constant pressure, the system changes from initial state H1, U1, V1 and final state H2, U2, V2. Now listen, you know already you know the formula enthalpy. Enthalpy H is equal to U plus PV. Enthalpy H is equal to U plus PV. Initial state you can write, this is enthalpy formula. In the initial state, we can write, initial state means already you know, H means H1, U means U1 plus pressure is constant, P into V1. You consider this is equation 1. Understand? Now listen, same way you can write the final state. Final state you can write H means H2 is equal to U2 plus pressure is constant. So, P into V2. You consider this is equation 2. Understand? Now listen. You just subtract. Equation 2 minus final state minus initial state. Final state minus initial state. Final state minus initial state means, tell the answer. H2 minus, tell the answer, H2 minus H1 is equal to, H2 minus H1 is equal to, your answer is U2 plus, this one first, U2 plus PV2 minus U1 plus PV1. Understand? Just final state minus initial state. Equation 2 minus equation 1 means H2 minus H1 is equal to this equation U2 plus PV2 minus U1 plus PV1. Understand this? Understand everyone? See, listen. See, in the next we can write this U term together and this pressure and volume term together. So, tell the next line. You know the next answer. H2 minus H1 is equal to U term together you can write. So, U2 minus U1. U2 minus U1 plus PV2 minus PV1. Pressure common. The pressure take outside into V2 minus V1. Understand? Now listen, you already know this formula. H2 minus H1 means final minus initial state means, that is delta H. H2 minus H1 means delta H. At the same way, U2 minus U1 means delta U. U2 minus U1 means delta U and V2 minus V1 means delta V. V2 minus V1 means delta V. Understand? Now substitute this values. Total equation delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. You got the answer. Delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. You consider this is equation 3. Already 2 equations we considered. So this is equation 3. According to first law of thermodynamics. According to first law of thermodynamics, you know the formula. Tell the formula. First law formula. Delta U is equal to Q plus W. Delta U is equal to Q plus W. Now substitute this value in equation 3. So equation 3 you can write. Tell the equation. Delta H is equal to delta U value Q plus W plus P delta V. Understand? Now W formula, work formula already you know. Work W is equal to minus P delta V. Work W is equal to minus P delta V. Substitute this value. If you are substituting, tell the answer. Delta H is equal to Q minus W value minus P delta V plus P delta V. Cancel this minus P delta V and plus P delta V. So you got the answer. Delta H is equal to Q. Delta H is equal to Q. And already you know this process takes place at constant pressure. So your answer is delta H is equal to QP. Delta H is equal to QP. Here QP means amount of heat absorbed at constant pressure. QP means amount of heat absorbed at constant pressure. Understand this? So this is the relation enthalpy and internal energy. Enthalpy and internal energy. Understand this topic? Okay, listen. Now the next point. You consider a closed system of gases. You consider a closed system of gases. You consider a closed system of gases. This one react to form gaseous products. You consider a closed system of gases. This one react to form gaseous products. This one reacts to form gaseous products at constant temperature and pressure. At constant temperature and pressure. So listen. You consider a closed system of gases react to form gaseous products at constant temperature and pressure. At constant temperature and pressure. Temperature and pressure is constant. And we are considering volume, total volume of reactants and products. 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 VI, VR and total volume of reactants and products. VI, in reactants we are telling NCl, VI and VF. Total volume of reactants and products, VI and VF. At the same time we are telling number of moles of reactants and products. Number of moles of reactants and products, Ni and Nf. Listen, you consider on closed system. This closed system contains the temperature and pressure is constant. In this closed system, temperature and pressure is constant. Volume of reactants and products is Vi and Vf. Number of moles of reactants and products Ni and Nf. Understand? Now listen. You consider the ideal gas equation. You know the ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. Ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. First you write for reactants. If it is reactants means already you know that is initial state. Reactants means initial state. For reactants, tell the equation, tell the ideal gas equation. P into Vi is equal to Ni into RT. Pressure constant, temperature constant, volume VI, number of moles NI. Same way you can write for products. If it is products, for products means that that is final state. Products means that is final state. Tell the equation, tell the ideal gas equation. P into Vf is equal to Nf into RT. Nf into RT. Understand? Understand? You consider this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now, final state minus initial state. Final state minus initial state. So, equation 2 minus equation 1. Equation 2 minus equation 1 means, tell the answer, PVF minus PVI is equal to, right side, NF into RT minus NI into RT. Understand? If you are subtracting product minus final minus initial means you got the answer PVF minus PVI is equal to NFRT minus NIRT. Understand this? See this equation. You can take this pressure outside. So if you are taking this pressure outside, tell the answer P into Vf minus Vi is equal to, there also you can take RT outside. So RT of NF minus Ni. RT of NF minus Ni. Understand? Here listen. Here Vf minus Vi means that is delta V. So P into delta V is equal to RT into, this is delta N. Delta N at gaseous product. So we are telling delta N G. So your formula P delta V is equal to RT into delta N G. Understand? Understand? See, already we learned the equation, enthalpy equation. See, you got the answer already. Delta H is equal to, you got the answer P delta V is equal to RT into delta Ng. You know the formula, enthalpy change. Enthalpy change, delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. If you are substituting this P delta V, tell the answer delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V is RT into delta N G. This one just rearrange and write. You can write the equation delta H is equal to delta U plus delta N G into RT. Understand? Understand? This is equation, relation between enthalpy and internal energy. This is the equation, relation between enthalpy and internal energy. Understand this? This one also one of the important 5-mark question. Derive the relation between enthalpy and internal energy. Understand this topic? Any doubt? See, now listen. Now take page number 197. Note the question. Derive the relation between enthalpy and internal energy. Derive the relation between enthalpy and internal energy. This is one of the important 5-mark question. Derivation topic only. Listen this. When the system at constant pressure undergoes changes from an initial state H1, U1, V1 and final state H2, U2, V2. From this we can write the change in enthalpy. Enthalpy formula H is equal to U plus PV. In the initial state, this formula I can write the same way. Final state, final state minus initial state means our answer H2 minus H1 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus P into V2 minus V1. H2 minus H1 means delta H, U2 minus U1 means delta VU, V2 minus V1 means delta V. So your equation delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. According to first law, you know the equation delta U is equal to Q plus W. Substitute this delta U formula here. Delta H is equal to Q plus W plus P delta V. And W you know minus P delta V. Substitute this equation. So you got the answer. Delta H is equal to Q. At constant pressure they written QP minus P delta V plus P delta V. If you are cancelling this two, minus P delta V and plus P delta V, delta H is equal to QP. Here QP means heat absorbed at constant pressure. Understand? Then next, consider a closed system of gases. You consider a closed system of gases. This one reacting to form gaseous products at constant temperature and constant pressure. At constant temperature and pressure, with the reactants and products they given Vi and Vf as total volume of reactants and products, Ni and Nf as the number of moles of reactants and products. And for ideal gas, you know ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. Ideal gas equation you know PV is equal to nRT. Ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. First a reactant initial state we are writing PVI is equal to Ni into RT. Final state PVF is equal to NF into RT. This final minus NCl means P into Vf minus Vi is equal to NF minus Ni into RT. This is delta V and this is delta N at gaseous product G. If you are substituting this value in enthalpy change, you got the answer delta H is equal to delta U plus. Here formula you know delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. Here only you are substituting. Substitute the P delta V in this equation. So delta H is equal to delta U plus delta Ng into RT. So this is the relation enthalpy and internal energy. Understand this? This is one of the important 5-mark question. So your answer, page number 197 from this two. When the system at constant pressure undergoes, this one too, page number 198 till this equation 7.17. Understand this? Okay, listen. See now the next topic, standard heat of formation. The next topic is standard heat of formation. Standard heat of formation means that is defined as change in enthalpy. That is defined as change in enthalpy takes place. Change in enthalpy takes place when 1 mole of compound. When 1 mole of compound is formed from, when 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements. So listen, 1 mole of compound is formed from its particular elements. See, standard heat of formation means change in enthalpy takes place. Change in enthalpy takes place when 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements. When 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements present in their standard conditions. What are the standard conditions means? Temperature and pressure is constant. Temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure. Pressure 1 bar pressure. 298 means you know that is 0 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius means 0 degree plus 273 Kelvin. Sorry. Temperature, standard temperature means that is 25 degrees Celsius. 25 degree Celsius. If you are adding, you will get the answer 298 Kelvin. So listen the definition. Standard heat of formation means change in enthalpy takes place. Change in enthalpy takes place when 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements. When 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements present in their standard states, temperature 298 Kelvin and pressure 1 bar pressure. Understand? Now listen. The standard heat of formation of all the elements are 0. Standard heat of formation of all elements are 0. Standard heat of formation of all elements 0. Now we consider some example. The elements, two elements iron and sulfur mixed to form iron sulfide. Two elements iron and sulfur mixed to form iron sulfide. Understand? Two elements iron and sulfur mixed to form iron sulfide. Here this is the definition. 1 mole of compound formed from its elements. So iron sulfide is formed from its elements iron and sulfur. Here change in enthalpy takes place. Delta H naught F value. In this equation, in this iron sulfide, delta H naught F value minus 100.42 kilojoule per mole. Here the standard heat of formation value minus 100.42 kilojoule per mole. Understand? And here some more examples they given. Suppose your example, carbon and hydrogen to form carbon and hydrogen to form carbon dihydrogen. Carbon dihydrogen. This is C2. So here also 2C. Here the standard heat of formation value delta H naught F is equal to delta H naught F is equal to 222.33 kilojoule per mole. 222.33 kilojoule per mole. And one more example they given, chlorine and hydrogen. Chlorine and hydrogen to form hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride. Here chlorine and hydrogen, two molecules, so 2HCl. In this equation, standard heat of formation delta H naught F value minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. Minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. Understand? So now listen. The topic is standard heat of formation. What is meant by standard heat of formation? Standard heat of formation is defined as change in enthalpy. Change in enthalpy takes place when 1 mole of compound. When 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements. When 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements. Present in their standard states. Temperature and pressure is standard. This one present in their standard condition. Understand? Now, the standard heat of formation of all elements is assigned to be 0. Standard heat of formation of all elements are 0. And they given some example. Iron and sulfur mixed to form iron sulfide. There the value minus 100.42 kilojoule per mole. The next, carbon and hydrogen to form carbon dihydrogen, value 222.33 kilojoule per mole. The next, chlorine and hydrogen to form hydrogen chloride, value minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. Understand this topic? Understand everyone? Listen. Now the next topic, thermochemical equation. Now the next topic, thermochemical equation. Thermochemical equation means that is the balanced chemical equation. Thermochemical equation means that is the balanced chemical equation. Thermochemical equation means that is balanced chemical equation that includes enthalpy change. That includes enthalpy change. So thermochemical equation means that is a balanced chemical equation includes enthalpy change. Balanced chemical equation includes enthalpy change. Understand? And some important features of thermochemical equation. Some important points of thermochemical equation. First point. The coefficients in a balanced thermochemical equation. The coefficients in a balanced thermochemical equation. The coefficients in a balanced thermochemical equation refer to the number of moles of reactants and products. Number of moles of reactants and products. So listen the first point. The coefficients in a balanced thermochemical equation. Coefficients means, for example, your equation hydrogen and chlorine gives, hydrogen plus chlorine gives 2HCl. 2HCl. Here we are telling which one is coefficients. Coefficients means number of moles of reactants and products. Number of moles of reactants and products. So here number of moles of reactant is hydrogen 1, chlorine 1, here this side, and hydrogen chloride 2. 1 hydrogen, 1 chlorine, 2 hydrogen chloride. So number of moles 1 plus 1, 2, moles of reactants 2, and number of moles of products 2. This one only we are telling coefficients. So coefficients of reactant in this equation is 2, product side coefficients 2. So the first point, coefficients in a balanced chemical equation refer to the number of moles of reactants and products. Understand? So this number of moles of reactants and products only we are telling coefficients. Understand? Then listen, second point. Your second point, the enthalpy change of a reaction. Enthalpy change of a reaction has to be specified with the appropriate sign and unit. Suppose in this equation you know the delta H value. Delta H is equal to minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. Minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. So if you are writing this enthalpy change of this reaction, you must mention the sign and unit. That is the second point. Enthalpy change of a reaction has to be specified with appropriate sign and unit. Understand? Then third point. Suppose when the chemical reaction is reversed. When the chemical reaction is reversed. If it is a reversible reaction, the delta H value also reversible. Delta H value also reversed. When the chemical reaction is reversed, delta H also reversed. So tell the first point. The coefficients of a balanced equation refer to the number of moles of reactants and products. Second point, the enthalpy change of a reaction has to be specified with appropriate sign and unit. Then third point, the enthalpy change of this chemical reaction is reversed. When the chemical reaction is reversed, this enthalpy change, delta H also reversed. Understand? Understand everyone? Okay, listen. Now the fourth point. The delta H value depends on the physical state of the reactants and products. Delta H value depends on the physical state. Delta H value depends on the physical state of the reactants and products. Physical state means you know the equation is gaseous equation, that is reactants and products are gas or liquid or aqueous, that conditions only. So delta H value depends on the physical state of the reactants and products. Physical states of the reactants and products. The next point, next conventions. If a thermochemical equation is multiplied throughout by a number, for example, hydrogen plus chlorine gives 2HCl. Hydrogen plus chlorine gives 2HCl. You know delta H naught F value minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. Here we are telling, listen, The next point, if a thermochemical equation is multiplied throughout a number, suppose if you are multiplying this equation by number 2, if you are multiplying, you will get the answer 2H2 plus 2Cl2 gives 4HCl. When the thermochemical equation is multiplied throughout by a number, the delta H value, enthalpy change also multiplied by a same number. You must multiply this, the delta H naught F value also by the same number. So minus 92.4 into 2. This is the next point. When the thermochemical equation is multiplied throughout by a number, the delta H naught F value, the enthalpy change also multiplied by a same number. Understand? Then the last point, last conventions. Delta H value negative means, suppose change in enthalpy of a reaction is negative means, change in enthalpy of a reaction is negative means we can consider that reaction is exothermic, and this reaction delta H naught value positive means we can consider that is endothermic reaction. Positive means we can consider that is endothermic reaction. Understand? And here on example they given hydrogen plus oxygen. Hydrogen plus oxygen gives water molecule H2O, 2H2O. In this equation, your delta H naught R value minus 967.4 kilojoule per mole. Minus 967.4 kilojoule per mole. You know this value is negative means that reaction is exothermic. So this is exothermic reaction. Suppose if it is reversed means 2H2O gives H2 2H2 plus O2 means, tell the answer, delta H naught R is equal to 967.4 kilojoule per mole. This equation is endothermic reaction. So delta H R value negative means exothermic, positive means endothermic. Understand? So these are the conventions of thermochemical equation. Conventions of thermochemical equation. So already first 3 points we learned. Till the fourth point, delta H value change in enthalpy depends on the physical state of reactants and products. The next point, when the thermochemical equation is multiplied by a number, the enthalpy change also multiplied by a same number. The next point, the enthalpy change value negative means exothermic, positive means endothermic. Understand this topic? So this is the conventions of thermochemical equation. So listen. Now take page number 198. Note the question. Standard heat of formation. Standard heat of formation. This is one of the 2 mark question. Important 2 mark or 3 mark question. Write a note on standard heat of formation means note the answer. Standard heat of formation of a compound is defined as change in enthalpy takes place when 1 mole of compound is formed from its elements present in their standard states. And here, standard heat of formation of all elements is assigned a value of 0. Then 3 examples they given. Just learn these 3 examples. Iron plus sulfur gives iron sulfide, this value. Carbon plus hydrogen gives C2H2, this value. Chlorine plus hydrogen gives hydrogen chloride, this value. You just note till this. Till kilojoule per mole. Understand? See if your question, write a note on standard heat of formation means note the answer from this to. The standard heat of formation from this to till right side minus 92.4 kilojoule per mole. Understand? The next question, thermochemical equations in the same page, page number 198. Write a note on thermochemical equations. Write a note on thermochemical equations means note the answer. This is a balanced stoichiometric chemical equation, includes enthalpy change. Then the convention, this point is very important. What are the conventions of thermochemical equations means note these points from this too. So first read the first point. The coefficients in a balanced equation refer to the number of moles of reactants and products involved in the reaction. Then second point, page number 199. Page number 199. The enthalpy change of the reaction must be specified with the appropriate sign and unit. You must mention sign and unit. Then third point, chemical reaction is reversed. Delta H also reversed in sign with the same magnitude. Then physical state. Some physical state they given. This value depends on the physical state of reactants and products. The next, this equation is multiplied by a number. Delta H also multiplied by the same number. Then last point, this value indicates, this value negative means exothermic. Positive means we are telling that is endothermic. Two examples they given. Water molecule compound means you got the answer negative. Reactant water to form hydrogen and oxygen means you got the answer positive. So this is exothermic and this is endothermic. Just note the point till this kilojoule. What are the conventions in thermochemical equations means page number 198 from this to page number 199 till plus 967.4 kilojoule per mole. Understand this? So just note the topic till this. Tomorrow's homework, today's topic only. Page number 197. Derive the relation between enthalpy and internal energy. The next, page number 198. Standard heat of formation. And the next topic, the same page, write a note on what are the conventions of thermochemical equations. So these three questions only were tomorrow's homework. Learn these questions thoroughly. Understand?